Asperger's syndrome, a condition I have, by the way, let's get that off the board right now, is defined as a lifelong personality disorder evident from childhood and regarded as a mild form of autism. Persons with the syndrome are often mocked and ill-treated at school by their fellows because they appear unusual and often aloof. Many people with Asperger seem to take refuge in intense hobbies or interests, mostly mathematics. Right, I am failing mathematics, so somebody should probably fix this quickly. We want this to be correct. Frustration with the outside world, which is so hard to comprehend, may provoke aggressive outbursts when stressed. My name is Krister Palo, and I am here to tell you the stigmas associated with autism are wrong. You see, when we hear Asperger's, something changes. And one of the most common things I keep on hearing, and it goes over and over and over again, is that we are clever. Not all of us are. We're not the greatest people in the universe. But what is true is almost all of us have a single seed of genius, which if nurtured could lead to a tree of knowledge. However, we are so afraid of how this tree will grow that often what we do is you take the seed and you crush it, destroy it so that it cannot grow. And what you have done is you have taken something that does not belong to you, and you have left something behind in the person.
In 2013, I went back to India for the first time in 15 years. When I was younger, I was adopted from Hyderabad, which is a big city in India. My general image of India was fairly negative because all I knew came from bad stories from the media and I saw on TV. However, my parents wanted to show me the true beauty of my home country. We spent some time traveling around. India is a truly magnificent country to see. But despite having traveled to many different countries, I have never seen such poverty. Yeah, children were begging on the streets for money and for food. And at night times, children were sleeping on the pavements underneath plastic bags. This made me feel guilty. I took so much for granted. Nice food, good clothes, a safe environment. I get to play hockey while these children have to beg. I don't have to worry about what I'll eat tonight because I know that my parents will provide me with a lovely dinner. I also don't have to worry about where I'll sleep tonight because I know that I have a safe home where I can go to whenever I need to go to bed. I came to India as a self-absorbed teenager who only cared about who Justin Bieber was dating or the newest album of Taylor Swift. All this poverty came to me as a shock. Then I went to my orphanage. When I was younger, I was one of the last children to have been adopted from this orphanage. This is because when I left the orphanage, all the adoptions stopped. This means that the girls who were all there were between the ages of 14 to 15. This is weird to think that these children still didn't have parents. Well, I have parents, 2 parents, who love me a lot. But not only parents, I have cousins, grandparents, aunties, uncles, who love me no matter what. I spent some time talking to the girls, and they told me some interesting things. The first thing they told me was that they would really like to have parents. This problem I could not solve because my parents could not adopt all of the children. While I was talking to them, they were trying to hold my parents' hands. This is very heartbreaking to see because I knew, and they knew, that they wanted parents too. The second thing they told me is that they would really like to attend secondary school. This made me realize how lucky I am to be able to go to attend secondary school and that I can follow my dreams and ambitions while it's going to be difficult, nearby impossible for them to do the same. Why is education so important for them? Well, once they leave the orphanage, they have to support themselves. And marriage is going to be difficult because who will pay their dowries? And that's normally a lot of money. So they would have to support themselves financially. But in order to do that, they would need a job. But without education, they will not get a job. Therefore, education is almost crucial for them to survive. The problem is, the girls can still stay at school until they're 16, so that's 2 more years. But there's a secondary school that they can attend, but it's at the other side of town. The only problem is the transport. How will they get there? Taking public transport is very dangerous for a girl at that age because they might get sexually harassed or beaten up. And having a private bus is going to be very expensive, and the orphanage does not have that money. When I went back to the hotel that night, I thought about everything the girls had said to me. I thought about ways that I could help, because I wanted to make a difference. For the next few weeks, I started helping other less fortunate children. An amazing lady called Michelle O'Leal got me involved with helping to send Kenyan children to school. I thought of ways how I could help there. The first thing I did is I started to raise money. I ran the City for City run and asked people to sponsor me. The second thing I did is I held a bake sale with my friends, and that also raised a lot of money. And then I thought of different ways, like how to get people aware of her NGO. And then it came to me. I could write a song. Me and my best friend Walter, wrote a song together to make people aware of this. I also gave a presentation in front of my year to tell people why they should donate to this NGO. Then it was time for my project. First thing I knew is that I wanted to help the girls who were at my orphanage. The second thing I knew is that I was going to make my own NGO. And this NGO would include sending the girls with a private bus to school and back again so that they can receive the education that I got. This wasn't easy, but I wasn't going to give up because I knew that this is very important for them. People have asked me whether I was too young to make a difference. I always replied with, no, I'm not too young to make a difference. Therefore, you are not too young to make a difference. You're never too young to make a difference. Thank you.